Lions are among the largest members of the cat family. After the tiger, they are the second largest cats in the world. Unlike other big cats, they stand out for their social lifestyle. Their scientific name is Panthera leo. The physical characteristics are as follows. Males weigh between 150 and 250 kilograms, while females weigh between 120 and 180 kilograms. The most distinctive feature of males is their mane. The mane is not only an aesthetic element, but also a social symbol. A long and dark mane indicates stronger immunity and superior genetic quality. It protects the neck and throat during fights and creates a deterrent effect on rivals. Historically, lions lived across southern Europe, the Middle East, India, and Africa. Today, they are mostly found in sub-Saharan Africa, with a small population surviving in India's Gir forest. The ancestors of lions originated from the genus Panthera, which appeared in Africa about 2 million years ago. The African lion prefers open savannas and lives in prides, while the Asiatic lion inhabits forested areas and lives in smaller groups. The lion is the only social big cat. While tigers, leopards, and jaguars live solitary lives, lions form prides. A pride consists of 5 to 15 lionesses, 1 to 4 males, and their cubs. Strong social bonds exist among pride members. Females are permanent in the pride, while males hold temporary leadership. When a lion roars, its sound waves can reach up to 8 kilometers away. The purposes of roaring are to mark territory, gather the pride, and warn rivals. The lion is not only an animal but also a powerful predator, a social feline, and a key element in maintaining the balance of the savanna ecosystem. In lionesses, the reproductive cycle repeats approximately every 15 days. During this period, the female roams more frequently, exhibits rubbing behaviors, and releases special scents to attract males. The dominant males in the pride hold the right to mate with the female. Most of the time, this right is determined through violent fights. The male that defeats his rival mates with the female, while the loser usually has to leave the pride. The mating ritual can be repeated between 50 and 100 times a day. The gestation period lasts an average of 110 days, 3.5 months. A pregnant lioness participates less in hunts and conserves her energy. She may become more aggressive in order to protect her cub. The female leaves the pride and finds a hidden birthing site, such as dense thickets, dry riverbeds, rock crevices, or cave entrances. To protect her cubs, the lioness constantly changes location. In the first weeks, she moves her cubs to a new place every 3 to 4 days. This prevents predators from following the scent trail to find the cubs. For the first 6 to 8 weeks after birth, the lioness remains separate from the pride. She only leaves briefly to hunt and quickly returns. This isolation is vital until the cub's immune systems become stronger. A female usually gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs, though occasionally up to 6. Multiple births increase the chances of survival. Birth lasts on average 1 to 2 hours. The mother recognizes her cubs by their voices and scents, while the cubs distinguish their mother through touch and smell. In the first weeks, the cubs are blind, deaf, and defenseless, making them easy prey for predators. Birth mostly occurs at night, which offers advantages both in hiding from predators and in regulating temperature. Cubs are born with spots, which provide camouflage. These spots disappear around the age of 1, though faint traces may remain in females. Weaker cubs often cannot obtain enough milk. Natural selection comes into play. The strongest cubs are more likely to survive. The mother lioness carries her cub by the skin of its neck. This reflex calms the cub, causing it to remain still and relaxed. The first 8 weeks after birth are the most critical period. Birth turns even the mightiest predator of nature into a vulnerable newborn. The first days are when the struggle between life and death is most intense. After spending 6 to 8 weeks alone with their mother following birth, the cubs are finally introduced to the pride. The other lionesses recognize the cubs by smelling them. This acceptance ritual is important for the cubs' safety. Lions display a rare form of solidarity, communal nursing. The lionesses in the pride nurse each other's cubs. This prevents the cubs from going hungry and elevates the mother-cub bond to a social level. The cubs wrestle with each other, scratch, and let out small roars. These games lay the foundation for their future hunting and fighting skills. At around 2 to 3 months of age, their milk teeth begin to emerge. The mother and other lionesses share pieces of meat from hunts with the cubs. Between 4 and 6 months, the cubs start to join their mothers on hunts. They are not yet active hunters, but practice by moving around the kill. By the age of 1, the cubs become young hunters, moving with the pride. They reach nearly adult size. At 2 years old, males can weigh up to 150 kilograms. Females are smaller but more agile. Hunting training consists of 3 stages: first observation, then imitation, and finally active participation. Female cubs learn to remain at the core of the pride, while male cubs begin to explore its boundaries. Weaker cubs may remain in the shadow of their more dominant siblings, reducing their chances of survival in social competition. Male cubs engage more often in play fights. Gradually, the process of being pushed out of the pride begins. As they approach 2 years of age, they start clashing with the adult males of the pride. Female cubs, however, move in greater harmony with the group and usually remain in the pride where they were born. They are more successful at strengthening social bonds. Rivalry among male cubs begins between birth and 2 years of age. This period is a critical phase in which they acquire essential skills such as hunting, social behavior, and adaptation to hierarchy. While males head toward independence, females prepare to form the backbone of the pride. When lion cubs reach the age of 2, they begin to show signs of independence. Their bodies have grown, their muscle mass has increased, but they have not yet reached full adult maturity. Roles within the pride start to become more defined. When male cubs are about 2.5 to 3 years old, they come into direct conflict with the dominant males in the pride. The dominant males see the young males as potential threats and drive them out. Young males are usually exiled together with their brothers or cousins. This companionship forms small groups called coalitions. Coalitions are vital for taking over prides in the future. Exiled males become nomads. They roam large areas and learn to hunt on their own. When they encounter other nomadic males, deadly fights may occur. Young females learn cub care from more experienced lionesses. They play with the cubs and provide them with protection, preparing for the time when they will raise their own young. Young females also become active participants in hunting. They take on more roles in the pride's hunting strategies, often being at the forefront of ambushes and encirclements. Their muscles and lung capacity develop so they can run for long periods during hunts. At this stage, they keep fit through frequent play fights and practice. Young males may attempt to challenge the older leaders of the pride, but these efforts usually end in fatal consequences. Among lionesses, there is no clear leadership system, but older females are respected. Younger lionesses observe their behavior and learn the social norms. Youth is the period when the struggle for survival and for gaining a social role is most intense. It is one of the most critical phases in which lions are filtered through natural selection. Only the strongest, most resilient, and most intelligent individuals reach adulthood. Those who fail are eliminated, while those who succeed ensure the continuation of the species. Lions reach full physical maturity at around the age of 4. In males, the mane approaches its full form, thick, bushy, and often dark in color. This mane is not only aesthetic, but is of vital importance for intimidating rivals, attracting females, and protecting the neck area during fights. In females, muscle structure strengthens, hunting skills sharpen, and fertility enters its most productive period. The impatience of youth is now replaced by strategic thinking. Males act in coordination with their coalitions, while females ensure organization during hunts. This age is considered the period of individuals who have passed nature's test. For nomadic males, the main goal is to take over a pride. To achieve this, they usually act in coalitions of 2 to 4 males. A male who secures pride leadership gains the right to mate with all the females in the pride. However, leadership may be short-lived. On average, 2 to 3 years, sometimes up to 4. Once a male leader gains control of a pride, he practices infanticide, the killing of cubs. This cruel method is the result of nature's rule of genetic competition. Female lions in adulthood become the hunting machine of the pride, strategically forming circles, ambushing, and wearing prey down with exhausting chases are their areas of expertise. Without them, the pride cannot survive. The lionesses in the pride raise the cubs together, a system known as cooperative motherhood. This allows one female to hunt while the others care for the cubs. While males temporarily dominate the pride, females form its true core. A lion pride usually consists of 10 to 15 individuals, though this number can rise to 30 depending on prey abundance. Its structure is composed of several adult females, their cubs, and 1 to 3 adult males. During a hunt, roles are distinct. The chasers drive the prey toward the pride, the ambushers lie in wait to intercept it, and the finisher delivers the fatal bite to the throat. This tactic is a unique example of teamwork in the wild. Males protect the pride against external threats. Human impact, such as hunting and habitat loss, poses the greatest danger to adult lions. In addition, large prey such as elephants and buffalo can deliver fatal blows to lions. Diseases in the wild, including foot and mouth disease, rabies, and parasites, are weak points for lions and can spread rapidly within the pride. Males provide genetic diversity, while females ensure the continuity of the pride. From an ecological perspective, lions occupy the top of the food chain by balancing prey populations. Adulthood is the peak of the struggle for power, strategy, and continuity. These years are the stage when lions reveal their true identity as the real kings of nature. From the age of 8 onward, signs of aging begin to appear in lions. Muscle mass decreases, reflexes slow down, and teeth wear down and begin to break. In males, the mane looks duller and thinner, and scars from fights leave permanent marks on the body. In females, hunting ability starts to decline. Long chases cause them to tire more quickly. The aggression and eagerness to challenge seen in youth give way to more cautious behavior. Older individuals usually prefer to rest in the shade and take on smaller roles during hunts. Around the age of 8 to 10, male lions can no longer stand against younger and stronger coalitions. Once proud leaders of prides, they are expelled after bloody battles. A dethroned old male becomes a nomad again. He struggles to find food, often feeding on carrion or the leftovers of younger lions' kills. His chances of mating drop to almost zero. Females choose younger and stronger males, and old males are eliminated from the gene pool. Old lionesses no longer play active roles in large hunts. Instead, they protect cubs and pass on their experience to younger females. Although they lose their fertility, they still contribute to raising cubs. Unlike males, old lionesses are not expelled from the pride. They remain respected members of the group. The greatest enemy of old lions is hunger. Males unable to hunt on their own often die of weakness. Slower reflexes and old wounds leave them vulnerable. Elderly lions are more susceptible to parasites and infections. Worn-down teeth prevent them from properly tearing food. When old males are expelled from the pride, they lose all social bonds. Old lionesses, however, increase the pride's chances of survival by guiding the younger ones. Old lions often move away from the pride before they die. For males, a common cause of death is battles with younger rivals. These fights can leave them fatally wounded, leading to death in a short time. Most old lions die either from starvation or from disease. Old age is a dramatic but inevitable stage in the life cycle of a lion. Lions are the apex predators of the African savanna ecosystem. They have no direct natural enemies. This position allows them to function as a balancing force within the ecosystem. Lions in particular keep the populations of large herbivores such as zebras, buffalo, antelopes, and giraffe calves under control. Without lions, these animals would multiply excessively, overgraze the grasslands, and put the ecosystem at risk of collapse. The presence of lions not only regulates their prey, but also indirectly protects the vegetation. The remains of lion kills provide food for many scavenger species, such as hyenas, jackals, and vultures. In this way, lions are not only hunters, but also distributors of shared nourishment. At the beginning of the 20th century, there were more than 200,000 lions in Africa. Today, this number is around 20,000 to 25,000. Asiatic lions survive only in the Gir forest of India, with a population of about 600 individuals. Lions hold a balancing and regulating role within the ecosystem.